Hello, Seiiti Arata. One of the most difficult questions we face throughout life is what to do when a relationship is not going well. And then we start to wonder if it's better to end it. There are three situations in which it might make sense to terminate a loving relationship. Number one is when there is abuse. Number two, when you consciously realize that you no longer want to continue. And number three, when despite wanting to continue, there are incompatibilities that cannot be reconciled. Do not tolerate violence or abuse. One of the reasons to stop dating or to end a relationship is when there is emotional or physical abuse, which is the most extreme evidence of disrespect. And this is a very sad situation, but we're not going to discuss this too much in today's video precisely because it's the most obvious evidence that the relationship is not going well for people. The focus of our conversation is situations in which one or both partners are slowly drifting apart in different directions. Understand when you no longer want the relationship. Understanding when to end a relationship is often the hardest part. Are you sure that this is what you want? A good tip when we have conflicts with others is to look in the mirror. That is, always start by trying to understand which of the problems come mostly from you. There are cases of feeling a deep sense of internal restlessness. If that's true for you, you cannot say that the problem is coming only from the other person. In this case, it is you who's complicating things. For example, you can refuse to accept things as they are, or if you do not accept your partner the way he or she is, the problem is this exaggerated attachment to your idealized image of how things should be. And that makes it difficult to find satisfaction in anything or anyone that is not at this idealized level. On the other hand, there are also relationships that are very problematic, and it may be better to finish everything. Even when there is no abuse or violence, there may be plenty of other reasons to end the relationship. This is what happens when the two of you want something which is different. And if you believe that the way to a more fulfilling life is ending the relationship and then moving on, then it will be valuable to know yourself. Only you can know whether to stay in the relationship or not. So be very careful when you're browsing those articles on signs you should end your relationship now. There are many rules that may work for other people, but will not necessarily work for you. So anyway, here are a few examples of useful indicators that it might be time to consider a change. When you spend more time wondering if you might be better off living alone or with somebody else rather than spending time improving or trying to improve in your current relationship. That is, the end looks more attractive than the improvement. The time that you spend with your partner is decreasing, and in the end, you feel even somewhat relieved because when the two of you are together, there is always some type of confusion, disagreement, disrespect. If you are the only one investing in the relationship, it is a relationship of one person. Your partner's negative traits become sharp and more unbearable. Perhaps what in the beginning was tolerable or even kind of funny now upsets or angers you. Although there was a great love in the beginning of the relationship, it seems that things have changed so much that now you're true strangers. You're united only by the past, but the present moment is unbearable. So here I repeat, it is only you who knows the answer to whether or not you want to continue in that relationship. And as you are assessing this, it is important to determine if you're in a mature relationship or in a dramatic relationship. You can take a look at the link arata.se/without drama. Then you can take a look what type of relationship you have going on right now. Despite desire, there is incompatibility. Finally, there are cases where even though you like some of the aspects of the relationship, there is a mismatch that you cannot reconcile. Incompatibility can be opposite goals, dreams, aspirations, maybe your plans, your values are completely different, and that causes such a strong disconnect that it can be better to end the relationship. The only reason you are staying in this relationship is because you don't want to hurt the other person. If you decided that this relationship is not for you and it will not bring you happiness, but you don't end it because you don't want to hurt the feelings of your partner, something is wrong here. Watch our video on arata.se/PE25. Are you the type of person who changes your mind to please others? Are you afraid to end the relationship? Do you lack the communication skills to say what you really think? Come on, you know that it's not a good idea to stay in a relationship only out of pity for the other. So what then is hindering you? If you need to learn how to set limits and boundaries, learn how to say no, learn how to communicate yourself assertively, you can visit the link arata.se/how to say no, and then you can have immediate access to our course, How to Say No. If the relationship has no real future for you, finishing it as quickly as possible is the best thing you can do, not only for you, but also for the other person, because then you can both pursue different paths and find more happiness. And here is an extra tip. Yes, it is indeed important to find a good time to talk about ending the relationship, but be careful not to be postponing this for too long. Maybe, in a few days it will be your partner's birthday. And maybe later that might be followed up by some family problem. And then you think, okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit more, but then there will be a health problem, and after that some professional frustration, and maybe Valentine's Day is coming, and Christmas, If you don't know how to define limits, it will never be the right time. So it is essential that you learn how to set limits. If you feel that you need to learn how to set boundaries and improve your communication skills, you can visit arata.se/how to say no.